Silent Hill 2, Assless Dreams. I had been playing Silent Hill 2 constantly for several weeks now, and have gotten all but the dog endings, so I decided to try to go for the ending. I pulled Silent Hill 2 out of my game case, but I noticed something was wrong. The case, it was green, but I own the PlayStation 2 version, not the Xbox version. I stared at the box. It said, Silent Hill 2, Assless Dreams. I was confused, but I started playing it anyways. When I turned the game on, it immediately went to the first time you meet Maria in the park. She said, "Would you like anal?" I was shocked. I don't remember this. All I could do is stand there in horror as James said, "Have you seen my wife?" Maria, said, "No, she's dead." I was shocked. How did she know Mary was dead? So I walked to the doghouse to get the key, but it wasn't there. I decided I wanted to go get pizza, so me and Maria went to the bowling alley. She didn't want to go in, so I tried hitting her with the plank. It didn't work. Instead, James backhand slapped her. I laughed my ass off. There I saw Eddie. He was eating pizza with hyper-realistic cheese and hyper-realistic pepperoni. No wonder he's so fat. Too many hyper-realistic carbs are bad for you. James asked Eddie who the little girl talking to him was. Eddie said, "Her name's Laura. She's a real mean brat." He's right, I guess. She's a little asshat. So then we went to Heaven's Night, but the door was locked. Maria then bent over and stuck some keys in a hole. While she was doing that, she said, "You like my ass?" Her ass was hyper-realistic. James was like, "I'm looking for my wife, Mary." She put the keys away sexily into her pocket. Wait, do skirts have pockets? Maybe she pulled them out of her butt. I thought I smelled something weird and she pulled the keys out. When we got inside, Maria jumped on stage and started dancing like a stripper. Now that I mention it, how did she have keys to the strip club? Whatever, it probably has some hidden meaning like everything in the game has. After James fapped merrily to Maria's stage performance, he turned his head to see Pyramid Head fapping merrily as well. It was a wondrous sight to see. James looked confused, but mostly aroused. Not because of Pyramid Head or anything, Mary was still doing her show, freaking weirdos. Pyramid Head disappeared or something, I was too busy looking at Maria. She then got reclothed and we continued to walk down Carroll Street until we saw Laura run into the hospital. We walked into the hospital and looked around a bit. We walked up the stairs to the 3rd floor and went to room S3. Why? Because I could feel the power of James' boner, making the controller vibrate, and it told me to go to room S3. I left Mary in the room to sleep off that party last night. I started walking around the hospital, but didn't really find anything, so I went upstairs to the roof. I read this diary about some hospital patient wanting to die. Sounds like my ex-wife. Then Pyramid Head knocked me off the roof. I died. I was pretty shocked. Every time this had happened before I survived, but I guess not this time. I got sent back to the main menu screen. The controller in my hand felt lighter, as if it changed to something else. I looked down only to see a PS2 controller. Then I looked at my console. It was the PS2. Had I been hallucinating this whole time? Was I in the other world? What was going on? I pressed continue on the game menu. It put me with Maria in the Otherworld hospital. Why is the game always transporting me to scenes with Maria? So we were walking and I was smacking bitches up and Maria was popping some caps and some asses. But wait, how did she get a gun? She used to have one, but she threw it away at the end of her scenario. I checked my inventory and my pistol was still there. I exited the inventory but not before checking my bullets. I had 20 left. That's strange. I thought I had more, I exclaimed. As we continued on, we found some rings. After that, we found a door with hands, and we put the rings on the hands, and the door was open. Well, what else did you think it was gonna do? There was a long, straight hallway, which was odd. Every time I played this game, the hallway was curved in several places. We ran down the hallway, only to meet with Pyramid Head. I ran to the elevator, because honestly, she dies either way. The elevator door was closing. James tried to force it open, but to no avail. Pyramid Head stabbed Maria with his triangle-shaped dong. Semen went everywhere. Some of it even went on James's face. The semen was super sticky. Almost too sticky. The elevator then went down to the 1st floor. James was crying like a little bitch. Anyways, I got out of the elevator and went to the front door and left the hospital. I didn't even care about grabbing the key. I'd been doing this for weeks, the same thing over and over. James did his melodramatic monologue, then walked to the Historical Society, which was strange. Who wants to go to a historical society? So I managed to stumble my way to the Historical Society. I was drunk off my ass after going to a party with Snoop Dogg. Man, Snoop can drink. Before I left, he gave me some good dank and some Mountain Dew. In the Historical Society, I found a painting of that red pyramid thing. The room started to smell of dank. I felt extremely tired. I drifted off and slumped to the ground. I awoke in the labyrinth, sadly not the one with David Bowie in it. There was a white door for some reason. I opened it only to see Maria dead. Again, the room smelled of rotten flesh and stale memes. I had to get out of that room before I got sick. I opened the door to see that I was in the hotel. I wandered around a bit, finding a key on my way. The key was to the room me and my bottom bitch stayed in when Mary got insert deadly disease here. So I went to it, only to find a dead body. It looked like me, which was weird. I was like 5 when this game came out. How could current me be in an old game? Then it all made sense. I'm just a fake. I'm the character. James is the real one. I am James, but I can't be James, because James is James, and not me, but he is me. For some reason, I woke up next to the dog room, and in my inventory was the dog key. I opened the door only to see that the dog was replaced by Mary. A smile came across her face. Are you ready? But she wasn't talking to me. Out of nowhere, I heard a laugh I haven't heard since that fateful night. Are you ready? She repeated. I turned to see him, his body filled with holes. But I killed you, James cried. How are you here? And that's when he spoke. The thing about sponges is, we can't die, no matter how much you beat us. We can't die. He laughed again. Suddenly, Maria pulled out a gun and shot me in the arm. I was bleeding severely, but didn't feel any pain. My life flashed before my eyes. I was dead now, but then something happened. It was Pyramid Head. He came to save me. He took me to his house, and then we made the sex. We made the sex for days. After the week of booty-pounding action in his house, the walls were all white with semen. I went to go get a drink, but then I realized something. Pyramid Head isn't green. It was him. All along, he came to save me. It was Shrek. Then I felt something running down my leg. It was blood. All the anal violation had torn my booty hole. I was dying. I fell on the floor, dead. Shrek picked me up. As I said my last words, I always knew my anus would be the death of me. Shrek screamed into the air. You were the chosen one. It was said you would destroy the memes, not join them. Bring balance to the internet, not leave it in darkness. You were my brother, James. I loved you. Then Shrek threw me next to the lava, and I started burning as he walked away. I passed out from the pain. I awoke only to see SpongeBob. He said, Aye, aye, Captain. So that was Silent Hill 2, Assless Dreams. It's a pretty alright Trollpasta. Wasn't super funny. I mean, it got kind of funny at the tail end, but other than that, it just wasn't super good. But I figure, it's Halloween, why not do a Silent Hill Trollpasta, because that's like the only one that exists. So, subscribe or whatever the hell you want to do. I don't care. Just do whatever. Bye.